Welcome to the 2014 ASB Presidential Debate. This year's candidates are Kimmy, Erica, and Prim. The debate will work as follows. Each question will be asked to all three debaters, and the order will change each time a question is asked. Each speaker will have a maximum of 2 minutes to answer the question, and the debate will conclude with a 2-minute question and answer session amongst the debaters. We will begin with our first question for Kimmy. The question is, how will you make the school a better place for students?
See, as students, we all want to try to find our own path, and I know that as a leader, as a person that has the ability to allow students to take hold of what they want to do, I want to make this open for them. I want to make it easier for them to get deliverables or to get pieces so that they can do things that they want, and that's what I want to push as making it school better for students.
Thank you. Same question for Erica. How will you make the school a better place for students?
My goal as president would be to overall make this campus a much more entertaining campus, a place that we'd rather be than, say, like another school. I know that from my personal experience in being here for 6 years now that kids have come and gone, and something that kids are going on right now is if they want to even stay at TAF, and my goal was to get kids here, keep them here, and let them enjoy what they're doing here and pretty much fall in love with the school.
All right, next is Prim. Same question. How will you make the school a better place for students?
If elected ASB president, I have two main goals that I'd like to, and two problems that the school I'd like to address to help solve that. To make the school a better place for students, first, I would work on fundraising. The main goal for fundraising is to allow students to get their ideas approved and have the resources to back those ideas. And second is to improve morale in between students so that they enjoy being here and want to come to school every day.
All right, thank you. We will now move on to question number 2. The question will be for Erica first. The question is, what do you as an individual bring to the table for this office? What can you offer as a candidate for this position?
Well, personally, I'm a really social person. I think anybody at TAF student-wise should know that. I could bring together a lot of students socially. I feel like my social skills have become a benefit for myself. I can connect kids better by being able to talk to them and connect to them better as a potential leader of them as a whole.
Right, next is Prim. What do you bring to the table as an individual? What can you offer as a candidate for this position?
Personally, I believe my strengths include leadership and confidence as well as motivation. So having all three of those, I believe I can help help be a ASB president as effectively as possible.
Right, and now Kimmy, same question. What do you bring to the table as an individual? What can you offer as a candidate for this position?
I personally am a passion-driven student. I like seeing people happy, and I like seeing people doing what they want to do and following their own passion. So the raging fire that I have inside me will hopefully, I will be able to bring it to other students and be able to push them and be able to lead them with the skills that I've learned through all the other things that I've done and as growing up in this school.
All right, third question. This time we will start with Prim. What plans do you have for the student store?
For the student store, my plan currently is to, first, we want to accommodate some of the wishes from the administration, which is to get healthy items in the student store, but also to help keep people coming back to the student store. I want to push for help keeping the most popular items to stay on the menu so that people want to come back to the student store and consistently do. So I want to keep healthier items there and keep popular items there while keeping prices at a reasonable rate.
All right, next will be Kimmy. What plans do you have for the student store?
For the student store, I've heard a lot of complaints about students not seeing what they want in there, and I want to allow students to be able to put in what they want and that it would be able to be done quickly and be able to be done to school standards. I also would like to see more special events in the school, where maybe one day we have a special treat that can only be bought that day, or have a special event where they have board games on Fridays and stuff like that to make it more open for students and make it a more fun and happy place.
All right, and now same question for Erica. What plans do you have for the student store?
For the student store, I would love to still make everyone happy, please the students and the teachers and the people that are in charge. I would love to be able to let them still have what they want, is healthiness and things that even teachers that would want to buy, but still have it tasty so students would be totally for and things like that.
All right, next question. We'll start with Kenny for this question. How would you handle ASB members who don't show up for meetings, remembering that full participation is the goal of ASB?
Well, we as ASB members are appointed to the school. We have rules and we have duties that we need to follow, and not showing up is not being able to fill that piece that we were put for. And I've already started creating plans and ASB newsletters that would go out every single week to remind people that this is what's on the agenda. This is what's going to happen. You need to be there for these reasons, and also other pieces that will allow students to put their names directly on the agenda so that way they know that they're supposed to be there, and other organization ways that will help get people to be more participated in ASB and show up.
Same question for Erica. How would you handle ASB members who do not show up for meetings, remembering that participation is the goal?
Well, I know that being an ASB this year, it's become a really big thing for people not to show up, and they've done it a lot, and the ASB seems even like it's getting smaller. So my biggest suggestion was for next year is to have everyone come together as an ASB, maybe going to like a leadership camp or doing a leadership camp at school. By having everybody, I feel like going together and everyone wanting to do it at one time, or everyone wants to participate, it's more likely that you'll get a single person to go. So if one person is on someone else's back to, hey, go to the meetings, go to the PTA meetings, go to the ASB meetings, then I think it'll push people to do more things and keep participating in the ASB in the contract that they signed with the school and themselves.
All right, same question for Prim. How would you handle ASB members who do not show up for meetings, remembering that participation is the goal?
My plan to address this specific issue, again, is, as I stated before, morale. So not just having kids forced to be, or just say, hey, you're part of this ASB, so you have to come to the meeting, but to have them want to go to the meeting. To do this, my plan is to have mandates or deadlines to have kids plan events for either their grade or whatever position they're in, and the events that they can really get behind. So one, that they're motivated to get this event done for their grade or for their class, and two, so that they can actually show up to the meetings and participate fully like they are supposed to.
All right, that concludes the preset questions. We'll now briefly open the floor for any questions that the debaters have amongst the three of you. So if anyone has a question for another debater, now is the time to ask it. And if there are no questions, we can go to closing statements. No questions? Okay, we will do closing statements. If this is the last opportunity you have to send a message out, we'll start with Erica, then Prim, then Kemi. So go ahead, Erica.
I don't have any.
Go for it.
Some people are worth voting for, so you should vote for me, because I have the student body in mind, and I am pretty passionate, and I genuinely want to be leading people the right direction and still be able to get people what they want and please everybody and still have a really great year ahead of us.
All right, closing statement from Prim.
I believe you guys should vote for me for ASB president because of what I've answered these questions. So I've had a lot of great ideas to help keep the students happy, help keep the students wanting to be here, and help have the teachers be happy with all the students and everything. So remember, stay classy and vote for Bassey.
And our final statement from Kemi.
You should vote for me because I want every single student to be happy. I want every single student to enjoy going to school, to be putting on dances for their class, to be putting on events that they will be happy to wake up for in the morning. And I will keep this in mind every single day that I'm in office.
All right, this concludes our 2014 ASB presidential debate.